Dezzo, Toast.
Praise the Lord. What's going on?
So, how you feeling, man?
I'm cool. I'm chilling. I'm excited to be here. Thanks for the invite.
That's what it is. I appreciate your time for you coming here. So, look, right? Before we even get started, I remember before I even knew I saw your face. I heard your name, right? So my boy was like, yo, since you do parties, you gotta book Dezzo. I'm like, who's that? He like, yo, just this dude. He be coming to the party. Listen to this. This is a real story. He be coming to the party with 20 girls, and they be holding this drink for him. And then he'll be like, drink. And then they'll have him like hold a cup for you, and you'll drink out the cup. So I'm like, get the fuck out of here. He like, yo, I'm telling you. And then in my mind, I'm picturing some Dezzo dude coming through with bad joints or whatever. But anyway, to the story or whatever, it's somewhat truth to it. So how did you build up the image to start? Was that on purpose that you come into the party with a bunch of women?
All right, so let me explain. I don't think I ever had a situation where I was like, drink. It sounds cool, but that sounds like some pimp shit. I'm not a pimp.
That's what I thought. I thought that. That's how you, yeah.
But nah, so the way it kind of worked out is that it's like real organic. Most of my friends are girls. So like I have a large female following, and like a lot of my close friends are females. And it just so happened that I think I know how to pick my friends because all my friends are pretty. Like, all my friends are cool. So, we young and we outside, we partying. So it's like, I can't just pick one person to go with. And I can't just pick this, you get what I'm saying? So most of the time it was always like a lot of us. So that's how that kind of came out, like that image. But with partying, it came from me just being kind of popular. Like, and then I had something and it was like, oh, my birthday, like everybody come. But then it turned into like this huge thing, like cops were there, had to shut it down. No violence or anything, but it was like, I think I over invited people. So then that's when I was like, all right, cool. Like I could do this. And I made no money that day.
You made no bread?
$0.
All right, so I'm glad you brought that up, right? So now, would you consider yourself to be a promoter?
Yeah.
Or an event planner?
Promoter, event planner type. Nobody ever asked me that. That's kind of cool, but I would say a promoter because I've promoted major clubs, major events. So yeah.
And you said your birthday party, that was the first time you were introduced to throwing parties?
A little bit before that, I was hosting like little parties because at a certain point in time back in the days, it was like everybody was like, oh, can you come? This is like when the first flyers and stuff started coming out. So, I'll put you on the flyer. So that happened a couple of times, but it wasn't like for profit or anything. It was just like, I'm going to put you on it. But then when I had my own event, it was like, oh yeah, they done birthed the animal. Like,
okay.
So it worked out.
And you called it royalty and loyalty, right?
No, the first thing I had was, I called it a get-together. It was at a lounge on... What was it? Flatbush in Kings Highway, like 4Ds or something. Okay. And I think it was called that at the time. I had a party. I was having a get together there. So I kind of like just rented out the spot, the bar and everything. And then it was like a big party. But my first party was called like, once I like got into it, was Royalty and Loyalty.
And that was Squads.
Correct.
Yeah.
That was
exactly. So now you went from, that was what, 2013, correct me if I'm wrong.
I believe probably 12, 13.
So that means you was doing your birthday party for 10 years.
Yeah.
10 years, right? That's a whole decade. How did you choose where you wanted to throw your party? And what made you say, okay, I need a bigger space? Because Squads is kind of small, right?
All right, so Squads came about really because I had a weekly there, which was Monday Night Sting. Yeah, that was like a very, very, very big weekly in New York. And then I got a manager, GQ.
Okay.
So he kind of was like, all right, we got to go bigger and better. Up until his day, it's like,
shout
we got to
GQ
do
show.
bigger. Yeah, we got to do bigger. We got to do bigger. So it was like, that's how it kind of was like, all right, cool, let me go to Sonda Studios. And then that didn't kind of work out. Then it was like, let me do Amazora. You get what I'm saying? So it was kind of like bigger at Stage 48. So it worked out for the most part. But the crowd got bigger because everybody started to hear about it. It was like, oh, I heard last year this was the place to be, so I got to be here. So I'd rather bigger and then like not a lot of people show up, which was never the case, thank God. But, you know, everything, it was a risk, but it worked out perfect for me.
All right, so how did you meet GQ? Can you tell me about that? Like, walk me through that.
I knew him. I went to his parties before, like, so I was partying like at the Gravities and the Buzz and all that stuff. So I already knew him. And then we formed like a really good relationship. And then once I started like doing my parties and stuff, that's when we kind of got like, you know, really, really close.
Nice. So
I don't think if it wasn't for him, there would be like no King Dezzo. Like,
when did you add the King to the Dezzo?
I think that was always it. You want me to tell you the truth?
Yeah.
Like the God honest truth?
Yeah.
When name belts came out. So it was just always like Dez or Dezzo. And I remember everybody else had this fly long name belt. And I was like, my shit look mad small.
Yeah.
And then it was like, yeah, just put the King on it. And then I have a cousin, her name is Jasmine. And she went by like Princess Jazzo. So it was like, I just had to do it.
It all makes sense.
And it all worked out perfect.
All right, so I don't know. People want to know, but I want to know. How did you become friends with Bernice Burgos?
Oh.
Cause you went like out of town with her and everything, right?
Yeah. All right, so she was hosting. Like, I would like book her to host stuff for me, and I always loved her. She was like, I was always like, I gotta do a party with this girl. Like, I gotta do it. Yeah. And then she was hosting, and she hosted like a couple of parties for me, and we kind of just got like really cool, like, you know, like through conversation, like just, you know,
exchange numbers, like, hey, Dezzo,
and then
come to Milwaukee with me.
Yeah. Sort of, kind of. Of course, we were closer way before that.
Right.
It came into a point where it was just like, you know, like our vibe. It was like just all like a vibe thing. She's a really cool woman, so, you know. And then the ladies love Dezzo, so it's like, come on, why not the baddest?
That's crazy. And
yeah, that's my dog. That's my dog.
You got this thing with elephants.
Yeah.
What does that symbolize? Like, what is that for you?
So, elephants, right? I don't think I've ever seen an ugly elephant. Right? Ever. I don't think everything I've seen. Every elephant you see that's like a painting or a statue, it's like nice looking. So that's first what attracted me to it. But then as I like got into it, it was like the meaning behind elephants, like strength, wealth, you know, like it's just things that symbolize that felt good to me. So I had to be like, all right, like this is my thing. So it was like a natural type. You get what I'm saying? Like,
so would you say that's like your spirit animal?
Yeah, definitely. Like I went all the way to Thailand, and when I went to Thailand, I stayed in like this jungle thing for like a whole day with like the elephants, like where they live, how they eat, like what they do, like, and it was like in the jungle, like wild elephants.
So one day you just said, "Oh, that's a nice elephant. Like, elephants aren't ugly."
Nah, I think it didn't go. It didn't go like that. It just went like, oh, you know, like, and this is from I was younger.
Yeah.
So it was just like, it was a show called Babar. I don't know if you know that. It's like an English show, but it's a show called Babar, and I used to always watch the show as well too. But as far as like when I got older, it was just like elephants are cool. Like everything about them is cool though. Like every single thing. Like how long, like the way that they roll in packs, the way they birth, like how long they pregnant for. Like it's like elephants are really, really, really interesting animals.
True. I personally feel like elephants are the true kings of the jungle. But that's just my opinion.
Yeah, they are, because like no one could really like beat them. A lion, it takes a lion a very long time to conquer elephant. Lions are actually scared of elephants. Big elephants, like they'll run from, like if it's a herd of lions and elephants, if they see the elephants coming, they'll be out.
And they got a good memory too.
Yeah, amazing memory, amazing. So you see, look, that's like, it's like a list of things that be like, you know, I fuck with
Nah, I rock with elephants heavy though. So when I seen it, I was like, oh, like people don't. But you really put that on display like quite often. So that was just interesting to me. So your Instagram is like super structured, right? So you do like 3 at a time. Like do
correct
sets of 3.
Correct.
3. What made you start doing that?
All right, the aesthetic, number one.
Okay.
And then it's like every line is a story. So that's like my whole day. So if I was out on Friday, you'll see like that whole line is like that's my Friday get up, and I try and keep it like with the color scheme and everything. I don't think I would post anything if I can't post like 3 things from that day. So
you was photo dump before photo dump.
Kinda.
Yeah. That's what it is.
Kinda.
Yo, every time I come across you, right? You always got good cologne. I'm a big fan of cologne. Like I'm a cologne collector. So if you could just share some of your favorite colognes with me.
All right, I'm gonna tell you this, right? My mom is a big perfume lady.
Right.
Like she loves perfume. I think the new shit, she probably don't really get in tune with it, but she's like an older, like I don't know if you know about like perfumes.
Avon and all that.
Not Avon. I think she has some Avon.
Is that disrespectful?
No. I was thinking to myself, I ain't want to say it like, what?
Like, yo, you said my balls wear Avon?
Nah. I think everyone wears like a little Avon.
Wore Avon back in the day, but I'm listening.
But she's like a white diamond, red door. Do you know any of those?
Yeah, I know White Diamond.
Yeah, like she's like that type of woman. So like I always.
Yo, I ain't gonna not to cut you off. I think White Diamond was Avon though, no cap.
No, Avon had something probably like it, but White Diamond is I think Elizabeth Taylor. Yeah, I think it's Elizabeth Taylor.
They must have had the knockoff White Diamond.
Yeah, they definitely had to have the knockoff White Diamond is a legendary perfume.
Nah,
like,
for sure.
They yeah. So Elizabeth Taylor, I think that is.
Okay.
But some of my favorites, the Baccarat right now is expensive, so you gotta give up. I like Mugler. They have really good stuff.
I never heard of Mugler. I gotta look that up.
Yeah, Mugler. Yeah, Mugler they tough. Mugler. What else I got? Burberry's. Burberry's like my number one.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, I love
I fuck with Burberry Touch.
Yeah, Burberry Touch. And it's inexpensive.
It's not expensive at all.
It is inexpensive.
Exactly. It's
that's
definitely
like,
inexpensive.
That's a go-to.
That's a classic.
I like Versace's. And what else? I like 1 Million, but it became like too oversaturated. Too common. What else I'm going for? I don't really know. Not a fan. I have like a lot.
That's a good list though. I ain't even gonna lie to you. I could rock with that. So now, I feel like we all getting older, right? Everybody who does events, we about to hit 40. That sounds crazy, right?
Oh shit, you about to hit 40, not me, bro. I'm gonna be 28 for the rest of my life.
Okay. All right, listen.
I'm stopping there. All
right, listen. I ain't even mad at that, but right. So we're not gonna put our age out there, but we climbing the ladder, right? Do you feel like there's an end date to you doing parties?
No.
You going to the wheels fall off?
Yeah. I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna explain this, right? I wouldn't say an end date. But there comes a time, even like now, like how I feel now, there comes a time where you kind of get bored with what's going on. So it saturates. You get what I'm saying? Everyone throw a party. Like the nigga at the corner store is having parties. Mm-hmm. You get what I'm saying? But I feel like as you get older, it has to change. So for me, I want more of an event. Like, I want more of a...
experience.
Yeah, like an experience. Or if not, if it doesn't have to do with, like, partying,
mm-hmm.
I still want to do things where I could bring people together. You get what I'm saying? Like,
no,
it makes sense. So,
right.
I do other things. Like, I have shows.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I have shows because I write. So, I've had See, you didn't.
Nah,
You missed that part.
yeah, I missed that.
You missed that. See, they only think about the party, Dezzo. But I have a show, a series. It's called The Living Proof Concert.
Oh yeah.
So I've done like at least 4 concerts with R&B artists. It's not like showcases. It's more of like not established artists, but artists who know what they're doing.
Right.
So I have that. Like I want to do things that where people could come and have a good time, and it doesn't have to be a party. So that's how I feel like I'm getting older. That's the things I kind of want to do. Of course, you want to do a party, but
expanding your portfolio.
Yeah. Like I could do a party with my eyes closed. Yeah. But what's next?
So as you grow, let's say, where do you see? It's not a cliche question, but Dezzo at 50, 55, like where do you see yourself curating? More shows?
Yeah, like concerts, like mainstream concerts with like artists. Like something like that. Parties, as far as like if it comes to like the party scene, I can't really explain that. Like what I would kind of want to do. If at 50 years old, I'm thinking about what my mom do at like her age. Like
right.
Did she go to the club right now? She's not thinking about the club.
Right.
So at 50, I don't really know if I want to be doing that. But my mom would go to a show. My mom would go to
Mary J concert or something.
Yeah, concerts and things like that. Yeah, I'm Jamaican and Panamanian.
Okay, so you'll probably go to Barrice Hammond.
Barris.
My bad.
I'm sorry.
My bad.
I'm sorry.
Yo, Jay.
You American?
Yo, Jay, you really gonna jump into this? You never said nothing all conversation. I said Maurice. It triggered her.
Maurice. That's like when Kodak said, yeah, I'll take some of the Champagne, and it's like
that's crazy. But saying Maurice is equivalent to Champagne, that's wild.
Maurice.
Yo, pardon me, y'all. I'm sorry.
Maurice.
I'm sorry. Damn.
Wait, so you're American?
I'm American, yeah.
Like all American.
All American. Every time even if when I date or I meet people, they say, "Oh, you West Indian?" I'm like, "Nah, you lying. You gotta be Jamaican." Nah, I'm not.
I thought you were like Haitian.
Damn.
What's wrong with Haitian? If I wasn't Jamaican or Panamanian, I would definitely be Haitian.
Yo, I love Haitians.
That would be my first go-to. Like, that would be my first go-to. If God said, "Hey, that's like, what would you be?" Like, besides Jamaican or Panamanian, I'd be like, "Oh, send me to Haiti."
One of my best friends is Haitian. My man Blacko, he Hartsdeck. He be speaking like,
Creole. Yeah,
Creole.
I think Haitians, big up Haitians, they have good food. They have a fire language. I think they all stick together for the most part. Mm-hmm. Like, I don't know if you remember when we were like younger, people would be like, "Oh, why you dressed like a Haitian?"
It was like always like Haitians and Africans always had a bad rap, but they some of the dopest people.
Yeah, but when we were younger, I know I said it. I ain't gonna even lie.
Nah, yeah.
Like, why you out here like you leaving? But sorry, sorry, Haiti. But like,
and on Labor Day,
the
Haitian flow came. People were scared to rock with the Haitian flow.
Nah,
I don't know why.
Haitians gotta come. That's like the Africans too. Think about it. The Africans, now it's a thing to be African. Like now, as we got older, the African girls want to date an African guy because they want that lifestyle. So now it's cool to be African. To where you was young, you was an African booty scratcher.
That's what I'm saying.
You get what I'm saying? Yeah. So now it's like,
it's cool. Afro beats is popping.
Yeah.
Tim's is here, but social media is also responsible for that because you actually get to have a visual of what it really looks like.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah. Social media is responsible for everything.
But look, we gonna get into something, right? Pardon me, I got my notes here. We gonna get into something. What's a conspiracy theory that you believe in?
A conspiracy theory.
Yeah.
Shit. Okay, I got a good one. The Princess Diana situation, where they were saying like she got killed. Is that considered a conspiracy theory? Yeah. Yeah. They offed my sister.
You think they offed her?
Yeah, they offed her. They got off the planet. I don't know if I ever be invited to that kingdom or them weddings and shit, but I gotta say it. Like,
that's crazy to say. I think they MJ too. I think they off Mike.
Uh,
Bro, you don't think they off mic?
I mean, I think.
And wasn't they cool? Wasn't Mike and...
Yeah, they were.
That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Yeah, they were. But I feel like Princess Diana, she was unruly. That was an unruly woman. Like, she came in that house and she just didn't like what was going on. So I did a lot of research on her at a point. So I get into these thoughts where I have to research one thing. So I'll watch like all the YouTube videos. I'm not a big reader though, but I'm a teacher. So I gotta read a little bit.
Oh, that's your occupation?
Yeah, I teach third grade.
Yeah?
Yes, I do.
What they call you, Mr. Dezzo?
Mr. Brown. I have 2 last names though. So my other last name is Valentine. And so like the first day of school, they were like, which one you want to go by? And I was like, all right, let's try the Valentine. And then I was like, this is Mr. Valentine. They was like, the kids were like, Valentine's? Like Valentine's Day? And I was like, okay, the next class that y'all introduced me to, we're going to go with Brown. Let's see how that goes. And then it was like, oh, Mr. Brown. And that just
they gravitated towards it more.
Yeah, that was cool.
Yo, so you being, like me personally, as a promoter and being popular, on the other hand, it puts pressure on me to be more successful.
Correct.
You know, do you feel that way?
Yeah.
Why? Why is that?
All right, so I feel like because everybody's watching and you don't want to ever be a has-been. I know some people that when I was younger, growing up, it'll be like, oh, like, you know, that's the man. And then when I see them today, it's like, shit, I don't want that. Think about people who's been in high school with you. You'd be like, oh yeah, high school you was the man, homie. Fuck happened to you? Yeah, like that's a real thing. I just pray to God that nothing like that ever happened to me. But I feel like once you're organic and then you don't live a lie, that won't happen. So you're purposely like, yo, listen, they can never say Dezzo wash up. I gotta stay on my Grizzlies. You ever had a flop party? A flop.
There's no way you're undefeated. I ain't trying to hear it.
A flop party.
Any of your parties ever flop?
When you say a flop party, is that a party where no one came? Or is that a party when it just doing as well as you anticipated? You kind of know that way before the party, though.
Like it's a little empty in the spot. Because you got a party that's kind of empty, but you still make money. So is it really
a party that's packed and make no money?
And make no money, right? You know what I'm saying? But did you ever, in terms of just
no
it was
one
space?
Showed up?
Yeah.
You know what? I'm gonna tell you something. A main event, no. But I had a weekly event, and I'll never forget this. I had a weekly event at Lit Lounge, and I got there. It was probably like around like 1.
Damn.
Oh, no one was there.
Zero?
Like it was me. It was the bartender, the cleanup guy. He was sitting down, and the door person. No one was there.
Why do you think that happened though?
It was freezing outside. It was cold. But I thought when it was cold, people want to get out the house, going to somewhere, you know. But yeah, that humbled me. That humbled me real quick.
I had a couple too, so I ain't gonna say I'm like.
Yeah, I think like nowadays, because it's like I said, it's so much to do. Anything that you have or anything that you throw, it's risky.
Yeah,
it's risky. Like, it's risky.
It's a weekly everywhere.
Yeah,
and you know, I'm not sure what people are doing now, but a lot of people. Sometimes it's 10 people on the party.
Oh yeah.
And so that's what makes it better, because it's 10 to 15 people on the party, and that's helping the situation. But I seen parties when it was brick cold outside, and that shit was packed.
I've been to parties when it was like 2 degrees outside, and it's like But then, is that a main event or is that like a weekly event?
That's true too.
A main event, no matter what, unless it's a blizzard outside, even if it's rain and snow. I've sold out parties where it was pouring down rain. No one cared because it was like, it's a little water, let's get inside.
Snow?
Have I ever had a party in the snow? I went to a party in the snow. I don't think I ever had a party when it snowed. No, not a main event.
Yo, I ain't gonna lie. I love party culture, right? So I was talking to my man Quarter, And we be in the
Good
parties.
dude.
That's my guy.
Good dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Quarter.
Shout out Quarter Combs, man. It's
Yeah,
the second
yeah,
episode
yeah.
I mentioned Quarter too.
Yeah. He's a solid dude.
That's my guy.
I grew up with him.
You grew up in the East, right?
Yeah, but yeah, like East New York, Mel Basin.
Niggas, I hate when people don't want to claim East New York.
No.
Come
No,
on.
I didn't. See, don't do that. You said, did I grow up in the East? And I said, yeah, East New York, Mel Basin.
Okay.
So
both.
Yeah. So
Okay.
East New York first, and then I moved to Mel Basin.
Okay.
So East New York born, and then I was raised in Mel Basin. Does that make sense?
That makes sense.
All right.
I ain't mad at
I
that.
could go to both.
Okay, I ain't mad at
I knew
that.
you was gonna say that though, because I know you're hard stack. And when you said you did your research, I said, "Wait, oh, okay."
You knew I was gonna bring that up.
I knew exactly.
The segue didn't really come in the way I wanted to, but it is what it is. So I was I was out recording. I was like, "Damn, so this shit is lit." I forgot where we was at. So this party is crazy. So I love this shit. I love partying. I don't know why, but the music, not to be mixy, but just the music, the vibe, the people, get away from your problems. Why do you love partying? You like it or love it?
I enjoy partying, right? But when it becomes work, I kind of like, fuck, I gotta go. Like, I gotta go to this party. And I don't really want to sometimes. But I never do any, and I never go to a party that I don't really want to go to. Like, I don't mind sitting a party out. Does that make sense?
What makes you come outside?
Support. If I have to support someone, if it means something for me to be there, then I'll be there. You get what I'm saying? If I fuck with you and you have an event, let's say if you don't even book me, if you be like, hey, Dezzo, like, you gotta come, you gotta be there. And I feel like it means something to you, not just any party and not all the time, but like, I support people. But that's probably why I get a lot of support too, because I support people. But if I'm getting paid, that make me come outside even quicker. Like,
I already know.
What's
Hosted
the money on the table?
by King Dezzo. How does somebody reach out to you? Obviously, Instagram, whatever the case may be. But what makes you oblige and say, you know what, I'm going to be a host for this party? Do you turn down gigs?
I do. Every week. Every week.
Every week?
Every week.
What makes you turn it down?
My availability. If I feel like my crowd of people or people that I invite to come with me will be comfortable, if they understand like the venue, if the person doesn't have what they got going in order, because sometimes people will book you to host a party and think that you're supposed to throw the party for them. That's totally different. I don't go on people parties as like a promoter. Like, I don't do that. I'll host the event. That's two different things. So if I'm hosting the event, it's like, hey, this is where it's supposed to be at tonight. Y'all should come out. Y'all should have a good time. If people hit me up and say, hey, where's that? Oh yeah, this is where it's at, which always happens. So this is where it's at. This is their bottle prices for the party that I'm hosting. You want a table? I can send you to the promoter. That's what you charge people for when you host. When you're a part of an event, it's a total different ball game. That's why I don't team up with like people, like a lot of people, to do events, because some people may think that you could do all the work, but it's your event. But if I'm hosting it, I gotta post your event, let people know this is where it's at. So that's kind of like why I like hosting.
So I view hosting as being a part of the marketing.
Correct.
In a sense, like I don't really expect for the host to do too much, but if we booked you before,
correct,
right? You know what I'm saying? Now Dezzo posted it. Oh, this person posted it.
Quarter canceled me. Y'all last barbecue.
Nah, he
that
ain't canceled.
motherfucker.
Nah, see, all right, so
that motherfucker.
You want to talk about that?
Yeah,
let's talk about that. Let's talk about it. All right, so you ain't posted too much. You ain't posted.
Okay. Now you want me to explain to you what I explained to him, because you knew this, all right?
Come on, you know I knew, but I want to hear you.
Let's be organic.
Let's do it.
This is organic conversation.
Right.
Right? So, if I have 30,000 parties on my page, no one is paying attention to that. If I'm posting, I'm here Monday, here Tuesday, here Thursday, here Friday, here Saturday, no one wants to see that. Like, it's going to be oversaturated. You get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So, if the week of or the week before, everybody's looking for something to do that weekend. I think it was like a was it July weekend? I'm not really sure. But that weekend is when you gotta go stupid. That is when you gotta be like, hey, this is where it's at. However, whenever the event is coming up, it's just how I work, and it works for me. So it was like, yo, hey, look, this is where I'm at this weekend. Every weekend from Thursday on, my phone is ringing. My DM is ringing. Hey, yo, where's that? What we doing? So now, if I'm just posting that one thing, they know that that's where I'm going to be at. They know that that's where it's going to be. So he called me. I was like, hey, what's up? Like, yo, you still like, he was like, yeah, not this time. I was like, you motherfucker.
Nah, because
no, it wasn't a bad thing though.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think he understood what was like how I operated.
He said y'all spoke after, and what you telling me, you told him. I don't know if you remember that part or not.
Yeah.
So basically, what happened was
we have
an expectation. So it was the communication and the articulation could have been somewhat better on both parties. So for that, when we do,
it wasn't him though. Really, I'm being honest with you. It wasn't really like a him thing. It was like a me thing because I posted it, but I'm not big on like tagging people either.
Nah, I hit him. I said, yo, what's up with your man Dezzo?
It was you who got me fired?
Nah. I get you fired. I get you fired.
Wow.
I didn't get you fired.
It was you that got me fired.
I didn't even get you fired.
Oh. Wow.
What happened, Jay? Oh.
Wow.
First of all, I didn't get you fired. I asked him.
Yeah,
I said, yo.
You know someone.
Nah, I said, yo, what's up with your man? Alright. I said, yo, what's up with your man Dezzo? He was like, nah, he good. Let me hit him. So, anyway, we came to the conclusion that from now on, when we do hostings, we're going to have like a clear understanding, like, hey, are you going to post it 3 times? So we can get an understanding and see if that's what we want or not.
Correct.
You understand what I'm saying? So I think that was that. So as we wind down, I just want to do a couple of quick this or that. I like to do this or that, right? So we're gonna start off with this: brunch or dinner?
Dinner.
Constructs or white ups?
White ups.
Amazura or the Jumbler?
Amazura.
Gravity or the Buzz?
Gravity.
Bernice Burgos
Bernice.
or Beyonce?
Oh, you silly motherfucker. Shit.
That's how you got you fired.
Oh, right. Damn. Shit. Wow, you really did some research. Both of them. They both didn't begin with B. Just B.
Listen, man, he played the fifth on that one.
That one was good, right?
And it's the last one. 7 days, 7 nights, or V. Photography.
V. Photography.
Fucking God. Yo,
V.
Dezzo, man, I appreciate your time. Any shout outs before? I know you got the Black Saturday party coming up.
I do.
Shout out to that. Any shout outs?
Yeah, shout out to everybody that's living. Everybody that's doing their thing. I don't want to like single anybody out because I think I'll be here like all day. Mm-hmm. But anybody who doing their thing, anybody who trying to do their thing, just shout out to you. Just be as positive as you can because negativity gets people nowhere. Nowhere. You're gonna be stuck down in the gutter. When you do positive things, you come out positive and everything gonna work out. If it don't work out, it's not for you. So like, just shout out to the good-hearted people. And if you don't got a good heart, you better clean it today.
Let's get it. Peace and love, everybody.